What is going on, guys? This is Jagnole back in for another video. Today we're back for zone factions on PvP.zone. Yeah, IP is PvP.zone if you don't know, my server. And today we're going to be a little bit of a tutorial. So, like I said, I've said in a couple videos, I think in my stream when I launched it, I think I want to start turning the server into a little bit of a tutorial, how you do factions. So, in this episode, we're going to show off the basics. So, this is going to be a tutorial how to gen in wraps or walls. Well, wraps are actually kind of the hardest way of genning in walls, like actual walls. Straight walls are pretty easy, but wraps are a little bit more difficult. So today we're going to show you how to do that. So before we get into it, the first thing you want to do is you want to, well, first things first, I'm going to make sure I'm not in, wait one sec, yeah, I'm in, making sure, okay, so first things first, you want to make sure you have a base. So either you can gen this in, which genning it in is basically the same way of genning a wall, because basically what you do instead of genning in, because here's the thing, when you gen in wrapped, it's like you're genning in a box around your box. And if you want to gen in a base, you just literally do that, and you just fill in the top and the bottom, and there you go. And then there's actually a guy that tried to raid us, which we're gonna have to work on later on. But yeah, so I haven't been posting any for a while. I apologize. It's just Cosmic has been really crazy, and it's been doing really well. But if you want to see more videos on Zone and more tutorials, if you want to like me to show off like raiding or something, I can do that, because I actually found out a lot of raiders on the server that were willing to help me out, and then we could do that, because I don't do a lot of raids on Cosmic because I'm just not a raider, and not a lot of people are on our faction raider. We're more PvPers. So like I said, is how to make wraps. So first things first, you build a base, and then you do a space. You make a space, and then you put in gen in another wall. Now, basically, I'm going to show you how to do this in a second, but that's all you do. You just gen in a wall, and then this is where you actually can start building wraps. So it's best to build wraps before you do your. It's best to build wraps before you build in normal straight walls, because it's better for corner protection, and so you don't get left shot. So, especially on a server that doesn't have regions. This server does not have regions. So, if you do have a server that has regions like Cosmic, you would most likely do a couple wraps, maybe like 4 or 5, and then do regions. And we're with our special guest Twilly here, and he knows a lot about base building and all that type of stuff. So if he wants to ever implement his tips in the videos, he can go ahead and do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start building around here. So finish this off. So actually, I'm gonna make sure my sounds are up. Turn up our blocks a little bit. But yeah, build this in, and I don't know if Twilly is ever gonna say something, but he can if he wants. He's kind of quiet around the camera. I don't know, just does that. But yeah, we're gonna fill in the rest of these wraps. And I think I heard a wild Twilly say something. It's crazy. But we actually are doing this on the border, and you can actually build outside the border, but it's actually difficult. But we did somehow do that, so it's best. So if you don't want to make sure you don't get your walls, so no one can like build cannons behind your base. So it's best to do, if you can try to build around the border. It's hard because it'll keep glitching you back. So, but it actually does, like, for me, since I'm up on the server, it doesn't actually, like, glitch me back. So, Twilly would have to show off that part, because it's actually pretty difficult to do, and it takes a while. That's why we did a majority of this work, because it's basically, it's pretty simple, it's just time-consuming, and that's basically the majority of base building. Do you want to blast mine, and if you do want to see an episode of blast mining, then I can show you off that later, and then you want to go ahead down and slab it. So, that's how you slab. So, what you're going to do, so you have your wall genned in, and basically where correct me if I'm wrong, Twitterly, is the slab, every time there's a slab, is that where the water or the lava is going to hit? Okay, just as a clarification, the water will go where the slabs are and the lava will go in between.
The water is going to be on top of the slab.
Okay.
Every slab is going to be a wall.
Okay, so we're back, and we placed it all down. I don't know if I did a time lapse or not, because it's pretty simple. But now what you want to do is very crucial. First, you want to drink a fire res pot if you don't have fire resistance already, so I'm going to go ahead and drink that. It is for 8 minutes, so that should be enough time. And what you want to do is go ahead and break the bottom of these. So if you have fly, the best thing to do is break it, and then you want to go under, so then, oh, it's going to be very difficult. Oh, so you break it.
Yeah.
A little rude. And okay, so basically just pick up a bunch of water at this point. You actually don't need that much water, because water like will spread out. You really don't need sources of water. So you just pick up at the top of your base, so it's good, very efficient. So then you okay. So then you take that, and then you just
What?
Don't
be worried about the corners.
Okay. What was I say? Holy crap, this is so fast. Then you just do this, and then it'll start genning in. Now, the walls will not be genning themselves, so don't think that the walls will be genning. It's just genning the top. So this is just a heads up. And then what you're gonna do to gen the walls, you're gonna have to break the water, or break this block, and then the wall will start genning. So that's how you start the genning process of the entire wall. So this is just setting it up so it can be gen. So see the steps. Very easy, very simple. It's kind of hard to screw up, in my opinion. Just heads up. So if you aren't that very inclined in base building, you're known for mistakes, and this won't really have to be that difficult. Just make sure your blocks are being placed correctly, and make sure you're placing them in the right place. Just make sure you double check everything. If you do that, then you'll be fine. So you guys shouldn't have anything to worry about. So the next thing you do before you do that is fly around, make sure you have everything okay. And there you go. The corners will most likely always be messed up, so you have to place a block there to fix it. There you go. And don't worry about the corners. You can always fix the corners later on. So looks like we're good. Oh, we did miss a spot right here. And if you see anything, just fill it in right there. No big deal. So yeah, there you go. So that's how you do this part. But then after this, you have to wait for the rest of the wall to gen in. So what you can do now is just play the waiting game, do some things, or work on other walls. But the way you should do it, it should not gen more than like 5 to 10 walls at a time, because what can happen is they can create a glitch with the lava, and you do not want to do that because then it will become all lava sources. So make sure you only gen at least 5 to 10 walls at a time, because it can become some problems, because there is a lot of genning and there's a lot of blocks being placed and all that. Okay, so once you do that part, you want to, we covered them all up, then you want to go ahead and break the outside, so the water will rest right here. So then as you see, Twilly is doing that at the moment, while I am going to be collecting water, because we're going to be placing water on 2 sides. You only need to place them on 2, and then it will start the full genning. So that, so boom, do that. Okay, just pick up water from your top of your base, because like I said, it's pretty efficient. If you do, and if that ends up happening, just go ahead and come back and then place it down. So there you go. Oh, did it twice. You could do this by just doing this. Actually, I think that's
I
a better
hope
thing.
this works for wraps.
Why, you don't think it would work?
Well, it's not a straight wall, right?
I mean, I think it would work.
I know how to fix it, though. We have to build this one around the base around, too.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Or it
fine.
won't look right if we don't.
I think what we need to do... Oh, wait, we can't, because there's lava flowing down right now. So now what you do is you just place water down on the side. So, actually, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm actually getting a message real quick. Because this guy is on Steam is messaging me. I think he's a scammer. He's telling me to download some Google extension. I'm like, boy. Fun tip, if someone asks you to download a Google extension, it's a scam. You're trying to hack into your computer, boy.
You ready?
Not yet. Well, I'm already placing water now, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I already finished myself.
And we are good.
You're slow. Okay.
I don't know if it'll do all of it because of like the walls are like cut off.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this will work.
Oh, it's working somewhat. Oh. The magic.
Beautiful.
Yep.
It's going all the way around by the looks of it.
Yep, it's working. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, perfect. That's how you do it. Very easy, and then you just break the netherrack and you're good. Yeah, yep.